Boom. Hello, everybody. Rafael Grosswort, No Limit Fantasy Sports, NoLimitCoin. It's a pleasure to be here and have an opportunity to present how our project's doing, the progress, the future plans, and the app. You can see the app right there on the screen. We're getting all the final details resolved, but it's already in the store. You can see it right here, but we're still calling it beta testing. We've got a team that's working on it, getting all of the details out. And once we feel comfortable, then we're going to go out and just market it like crazy and get out there and go after the really big audiences. And I just wanted to show you here quickly screen from last week where you can see the big contest filling up, a lot of teams, a lot of participation. That makes me feel really good. NBA is growing, and I see people from many different parts of the world, a lot more international than NFL. And it's a very interesting thing to see. And talking about international, China recently discussed being more friendly towards crypto. So we decided to push up the translation page. So you can see here that we've also added the Chinese translation module. And we're going to start doing a little bit of advertisement with NBA because of the season here. So let's check out what's going on here. We could see that this week's contest is already filling up. We could go in here and start building a team. You guys know I play Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, only the two best quarterbacks this year, but it'll take me too long and I'll have to sit there and build my teams. And something interesting, it's the first year that I feel like I don't remember it's our platform. I'm really excited about playing it, about the competition, about the other guys that I want to beat. And it's the first year because the first few years, I would go and try to build my teams and inevitably there'll be issues and all that. So I kind of, what I wanted to revel in fantasy sports, it turned out to be tough for a few more years. But now I'm enjoying the platform and I forget, that we did it. So I want to show you. So we already have seen the platform in terms of all the sports, what's being developed, and you can see here the Apple Store with the app. And what I wanted to show you also is a new screen that is going to be out that's called Live View Summary, and it tells you your total bet for the week, your total win for the week, how much you're playing, how much you won, if you're up, if you're down, even your projected win based on your projected points. And this doesn't really tell the whole story, this screen right now, but I just wanted a screen where you could glance at it, and if you're in 20 contests, you could see all the action in one place. So that is what we see here. And I wanted to show you the peer-to-peer contests in terms of, oh, this is a UI. That's why I can't find stuff. All right. So I wanted to show you the peer-to-peer contest in terms of what we're doing with sports betting and our product that's going to put our foot into the door into all of the states that have sports betting and give us a product where we could go out and set up partnerships with land-based casinos. So I'll give you an example here. Okay, we're in basketball. Let's go to football. Let's go to peer-to-peer. And let's do this. And there's my favorite game, Chargers Raiders. And I'm going to use the line so that way I can entice good old Philly. And I've got a 28,800 balance of chips. These aren't even NLC2. These are play chips because we can't do sports betting yet legally. But we're testing the platform. We're testing the game. We're letting people play with it just with play chips. So let's bet Philly 2,000 of these chips, and we can call them up. Hey, Philly. And you preview your offer. Okay, boom, you send it. and it goes out and it'll hit him through email. So he'll get the challenge, and this is the preamble to a sports betting product within our platform. Let's talk about sports betting. As we all know, sports betting was legalized about a year ago, and suddenly all the sports are jumping in and the numbers are skyrocketing, and all of the land-based casinos are looking for online sports gaming partners, and there's been massive deals by DraftKings, and that turned that company around so much because the market is so much bigger in terms of online sports than just fantasy. So it's also a benefit to us. And this is my favorite website, Legal Sports Report, and you can go and check it out and see what states have passed bills, what states have bills in the legislature, what's the stage, and we can see here the revenue is incredible. And just in the last year since they started, they've done $12 billion in just these few states here. Of course, Nevada is $6 billion. They've always had it. But look at New Jersey. They just started in June of 2018. Started with 16 million, then 40 million. Boom. Fast forward, September 2019, $445 million in sports revenue just for New Jersey. And a piece of that gets done by online. And all the casinos are looking for partners. So that's a great development. And oops, let's see what else we got here. All right, so we talked about the revenue, and I gotta get back to sharing here. Okay, so you could see here also DFS. There's states that we don't operate in but already have legalized DFS, but we have to go through the legal process. It costs money. That's what we're going to talk about today, raising some capital so we can expand, because essentially we have the platform built, we have the core company, the team. So now we're ready to move on to the next level. And let's talk about our peers, DraftKings, and we could see that they were looking to raise 200 million at a 1.5 billion valuation last year. They're trying to do deals right now. And let's talk about valuation. A lot of companies that operate with subscribers will put a price on a user. And if we look, we could see in this chart that's a little old, because the market cap here for Facebook was 100 billion, and right now it's over 500 billion, yet it was $90 a user. Google's 217. Facebook at their current numbers is about a $250 a user. Snapchat's about 100, and even DraftKings, when they did their valuation, is about 200. Actually, 187.50. If you take the number of 8 million users that they have, and you take 1.5 billion valuation, you get $187 per user. So that's about a number that it's very important, and we're gonna use that number. So what are we trying to do here? We're trying to raise $5 million through placement of equity, stock, not coin, but stock. And we carved out a piece. It's called Reg CF, which allows you to sell to non-accredited investors for small amounts. And because it is an LLC, we're based in the United States, in California, but because it is an LLC, we're able to sell to international investors. So we're happy about that, because NoLimitCoin has really, and No Limit Fantasy Sports has really gone to so many countries, and I have friends in so many places, and some have expressed interest in coming in as equity investors, which will be exciting also. So that CF round is gonna probably be good for them. And if you're a big investor, you could also come in with a big amount. So the total we're looking for is $5 million. All right, what are we gonna do with $5 million? I wanted to show you where we were, where we've been, in terms of platform, in terms of new features, and also talk about the raise. We're a great startup. I think you know, I would love to say, I would love for somebody to call us the hottest startup in the world, because we really are. It's a very exciting industry we play in. We play in online gambling and crypto. So it's all of the above under the same roof, and investors can come in here and have entry into a U.S. market legally. We've got legal opinions um, for the coin. As a utility coin, we've got a legal opinion for the platform that allows us to operate in the non-regulated states. But then in the regulated states, we have to go spend money with attorneys, which we have, but that's what we want to raise all the capital for. And you saw there in the use of funds that a lot of the money was going to go for some legal expense. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Again, I want to talk to potential investors, potential VC groups. We really are a company that I think will be very, very sought after. We play in very, very profitable and hot industries. Sports betting in the United States is absolutely white hot. Of course, crypto has cooled off a little bit, but it doesn't mean it's not one of the most exciting pieces of technology out there. And we're also involved. So we're the trifecta right now. And we invite VC groups, both large and small, to look at our package, to send in, let's see, let's show you the form. There's a form here. I'm going to leave the link. There's an investor relations form. You fill out the form. We'll get the form. We'll get the package out to you. So if there's any questions, you can contact us through the support, through the chat rooms, or you can fill out this form and we'll get it. So it's very exciting. Of course, it'll be extremely exciting if we're able to quickly get funded and get out there and really start taking part of the market and go out there and not just finish the sports that we already have operating, like soccer and hockey, the ones we want to get done like MMA and cricket. But there's so many others that have come on and said, hey, why don't you do this sport and that sport? So we'd love to be a niche player and to do custom, you know, fantasy leagues for people. But we obviously have to focus on the large sports right now. And as I described, we have nice participation, the platform's solid, and all we need now is the next phase so we can go and capture a much bigger market. But the core team is there. It's a team that's been with us throughout and is very passionate and very supportive, and I appreciate them a lot. I appreciate everybody that works on this project, and there's people from all over the world. And even with the dropping coin, people have been very positive and believing that once we do get to the point where we have that critical mass in terms of users, that demand is going to push up the crypto back to some number that is better than what it is now. And it has to be, I mean, if you just take, you know, 10,000 users, 50, 100,000 users, and you multiply how much each user will average in their account, which is around $40 to $50 per active user, sometimes more once we get sports in there, then the amount of cash that needs to go into the coin is astronomical in terms of where it is now, and exciting. So that's what we got to do. We got to get players in here to complete this great project that we've all been a part of. And I thank all the participants, both on the team, at the community, the people that support us in the chat room, support us playing the games, all of the above. It's all good. And I appreciate all the positive, or when somebody tells me, hey, you're missing the point here or there. Poker's out there. It's a great experiment in terms of other platforms being able to adopt the coin, even if it was a platform that we didn't write. So we're happy with that. And there's other games that we're looking at that we want to get coin in. So those are future projects. Of course, esports, you know, is right there sitting in the wings. We're about 75% of the way there. But again, we had to go back and finish up the app, make sure NFL and NBA were great, and that's where we are now. So great talking to everybody. Fill out those forms, and if you're a VC, I want to talk to you because this is going to be the hottest startup on earth in the hottest industries, and all we need now is to get some investment dollars in here, and we'll be able to capture huge parts of the market. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the chat rooms.